Welcome to Southwest Shade Solutions video series. In this video we're going to install a remote controlled shade in an existing structure. In this example, the homeowner is not looking to enclose their outdoor living space, but simply to enhance one portion of it. Notice in these photos how this end of their patio includes a fireplace and mounted television. We'll be installing 4 shades in this area, specifically to offer shade and a wind block. The shades we're installing are able to handle up to a 50-mile-per-hour wind. This photo shows how the screens are mounted prior to the guide tracks being installed. Each shade is remote controlled and the shade has been cut to match the specific space. Note how the electrical cords extend from the shades. These wires will be connected to the home's electrical system by a licensed electrician. Also, the shades will be enclosed and protected from the elements. The first step in the process is to cut the existing brick to make room for the track. The gentleman you see here is a professional mason. These are a couple of still photos to show you what this gap looks like. Having this done by the right person is critical so that the surrounding bricks are not disturbed or damaged. Here our shade expert is drilling holes into the brick to mount the frame for the tracks. The spacing was measured to ensure the tracks will run straight and create a virtual wall to protect guests from the sun and wind. Once the frames are in place, then the tracks themselves can be installed. Once the track is in place and straight, then the techs finish mounting it to the frame. Here our technician realizes that he's not getting it to stand straight in the frame. He's going to cut the track down a little bit to get a better result. You see here we brought enough equipment with us so that we could make this change immediately and not to have to go back to our shop. Once the track is in place and straight, then the techs finish mounting it to the frame. In order to get the tracks to run straight, we needed to line them up to the shade housing above, which is indented somewhat because of the molding. The mason will be filling in these areas. In a fully enclosed area, this would keep the bugs out as well as protect it from wind and sun. Notice the color of the mortar used here. The mason had to experiment with the mix in order to get the color to match well to the existing mortar work. A professional mason is 1 part construction expert and 1 part artist. As you can see, Southwest Shade Solutions has a whole team of professionals to ensure the right person has the expertise needed for each step. The initial application mortar is done very generously to make sure all of the spaces are filled in. The next section will show the detailed work he completes to give it a finished look. First, the mason uses his handy trowel to remove the largest section of extra mortar. Then he goes in with a sponge to wipe away the excess and shape the mortar to fit in well with the existing brick and mounted tracks. Here's a couple of close-up shots of the completed work. While the mortar appears a little darker here, that's by design because it lightens as it dries. The shade and track are tested to make sure everything runs smoothly. All the little details are important to ensure the final product works well and looks great. Notice how it stops on cue and the brushes touch the floor. Check out our website at southwestshadesolutions.com for more videos or call us for a free quote at 817-424-3252.